Okay, more
Pain
believable.
receptors in Quran.
Oh, this is interesting. Ooh.
For a long time, it was believed that the sense of feeling in pain is because of the brain. But a scientific study recently discovered that our skin features pain receptors, due to which we feel pain and agony. Surprisingly, the holy text of the Quran hinted at this occurrence a long time ago.
Oh, okay. This is okay.
It states,
Now, I didn't really know what video this guy was specifically talking about, but when I searched this, I saw a bunch of videos on miracles in the Quran. I was like, okay, whatever. I'm just gonna choose this one. So,
aside from our holy Quran serving as a moral and spiritual guide with advice, commands, stories, and lessons, it also consists of historical and scientific discoveries. Such information was sent down from Allah and compiled into the Quran way before it was even discovered and confirmed to be a fact through scientific research.
no, let's compare the Quran and Bible for a second. The Bible is a a gathering of testimonies and basically documents throughout the time period of sorry, I'm a bit sick, but it's basically a gathering of documents, testimonies, and basically just evidence that about God, stories about God and prophets and all that fun stuff. The Quran, basically, from what my Muslim viewers have been telling me, basically, apparently, right, according to them, if I interpreted this correctly, it is a revision of the Bible, a correction of the Bible, per se. So, let's see.
miracles of the Quran serve as evidence of God, His knowledge of all things, and proof of His divine word. We know that the Quran was brought down to us through the narration of the angel Gabriel to the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, piece by piece, until it was compiled after the Prophet's passing in the 7th century. Despite it appearing in a time when science had little value, one can find several scientific facts in the Quran. Number 1. The Big Bang Theory in Quran. The theory of the origin of the universe is one of the most noteworthy scientific things mentioned in the Quran. Until 100 years ago, it was believed that the universe had no creator and has always existed. But Albert Einstein, during his field equation study, challenged this belief when he presented the theory that the universe is an expanding force that's growing like a balloon.
Okay. You know what? I'm going to let him talk and then speak.
Later, a mathematician and Belgian priest proposed that this expansion must have begun from an initial and dense point. The holy book of the Quran, which came into existence centuries before the uncovering of the Big Bang Theory, details this idea. The text states that, "Do not the disbeliever see that the heavens and the earth were a closed-up mass, Ratkin? Then we opened them out." Quran 21:31. The word Ratkin, used in the text, hints at darkness and closed-up mass. This is exactly how the universe must have looked before the Big Bang happened. Number 2.
All right. One, the Big Bang is a theory, right? Big Bang is a theory. I don't believe in the Big Bang. I don't. Here's why. So the James Webb Telescope, right? The James Webb Telescope was launched, I think last year or 2023. And it was like super hyped in the scientific community. And, people who were just kind of nerdy, very into that stuff, because it was like the most powerful telescope or something like that, right? If I'm not wrong. And they launched it obviously to learn more about the universe, right? So when the James Webb Telescope was launched and it was put into space, and it was taking pictures of the universe and sending the data back to the scientists on Earth. Now, according to the Big Bang Theory, you know how we basically, well, this is even a Big Bang, this is actual law. We see things in the past, right? I think everybody should know this by now. How we see like Mars like 15 minutes in the past, the stars that we are seeing in the sky. We are seeing what it looked like in the past because light, obviously due to the how big the universe is, it takes time to reach us, right? And this is how we see things with light. So by the time that light reaches us, of course, things are gonna change, right? From the original source that it emitted. But it's still going to take time for that new light to reach us, for us to realize that it changed. Hence why we see things in the past, for those who don't understand that logic. But I think everybody should know that we see things in the past, right? So what the scientists saw, and this had led people to say that the Big Bang Theory was debunked. What scientists saw, okay, this is what scientists should have seen. If the Big Bang was real, what the James Webb Telescope should have seen were galaxies far away that were young, juvenile galaxies, young, juvenile, developing galaxies, right? If you go by the Big Bang Theory, because again, the closer you get to the source of the Big Bang, obviously, again, the light, again, you gotta remember the light is still reaching us, because again, the universe is, I don't know, like I think like maybe like hundreds of billions of light years wide, right? And it's still expanding, right? So the light, if you go by the Big Bang, from that original source from the Big Bang, is still reaching us, and the galaxies that came out, the first galaxies that came out from the Big Bang, the first original galaxies, the light is still reaching us, right? If you go by the Big Bang logic. So we should be seeing young, juvenile, developing galaxies. We shouldn't. Yeah, this is not what the James Webb Telescope saw. It saw completely mature, formed galaxies. Okay, they didn't look like they were developing. They looked like they are completely mature. That they've been there for a long time, and this just baffled everybody, right? And I'm not surprised. I don't believe in the Big Bang Theory. The Big Bang Theory. I mean, the Big Bang Theory. You could go do your own digging into this. There's just so many like flaws in the Big Bang, and quite frankly speaking, the James Webb Telescope just kind of revealed another flaw with the Big Bang, right? You should not be seeing like perfectly formed, developed galaxies, right? Quite frankly speaking, if you don't understand what I'm saying, because I'm very bad at explaining things to people, go and look this up and Google like James Webb Telescope debunks the Big Bang, right? And you will see people explain this much better than I could. But yeah. So no, I don't really believe in the Big Bang. I think the Big Bang is nonsense, to be honest. Also, the way how I view the Big Bang is like no, everything wasn't like closed up before it started to expand. No, I think everything was like already kind of like wide, but I don't know. It's like, where the hell did those particles even come from that would create the Big Bang? You know, right? It just doesn't make any sense. Whatever, dude. Look, I just don't believe in the Big Bang, so whatever. All right, number 2, the Big Crunch theory. And again, theory. Remember, theory is just a theory. It's not a law. Okay, a theory is basically just a very, very good educated guess. Okay, theories can be disproven. All right, so I hate this idea of a lot of people in the scientific community. They just think that theories are laws and they go by that. I'm like, dude, no.
2. The Big Crunch theory in Quran. The Big Crunch theory that predicts how the universe will end is yet another scientific thing the Quran details. The idea, based on Einstein's general relativity theory, talks about how the universe that began with the Big Bang will be eventually destroyed as a consequence. The Holy Quran mentions this incident in passage 21:105, where it reads, "Remember the day when we shall roll up the heavens like the rolling up of written scrolls by a scribe." Number 3.
Roll up the what? But he said the heavens, not the universe. What? Heaven is in a whole completely different dimension. Roll up the what? Trying to. That doesn't make any sense either, to be honest with you. I'm gonna be so honest. That does not make any sense.
Embryology in Quran. Embryology is a branch of biology concerned with the study of fertilization and embryo development. The central religious text at one point talks about embryology and states a significant scientific fact in the Quran. It says, "We created man from an extract of clay. Then we made him as a drop in a place of settlement, firmly fixed. Then we made the drop into an alaka, blood clot. Then we made the alaka into a mudga." Quran 23:12-14. Here the word alaka can be defined as a leech, blood clot, or something suspended in the air. According to science, a fetus gets nutrients and oxygen from the mother. Number 4. Oceanic.
You gotta go into more details on that. Because what I was imagining like sperm when I saw a leech. But thinking about, I guess, because leech, there's usually like leech, when you're leeching off something, you're taking from it without giving it any value. I don't know. Yeah, you do that. Babies do that when they're still in their mother's stomach. I'm really trying to make sense of this. Or maybe this person's just bad at explaining. I guess number 3. Yeah, okay. I guess, yeah. Okay, number 3. Okay, yeah, I'll let that. Yeah.
The meeting of two oceans is called conflux. When two seas meet, their waters retain individual properties like temperature, color, and density. At a point of conflux, one can see two different bodies of water running side by side. Even though this discovery is recent, the Holy Quran informs the readers about this phenomena in its 55:19-20 passage. The scientific fact in Quran is stated as, "He released the two seas meeting side by side. Between them is a barrier, so neither of them transgresses." Number 5.
Okay, more believable.
Pain receptors in Quran.
Oh, this is interesting. Ooh.
For a long time, it was believed that the sense of feeling and pain is because of the brain. But a scientific study recently discovered that our skin features pain receptors, due to which we feel pain and agony. Surprisingly, the holy text of the Quran hinted at this occurrence a long time ago.
Oh, okay. This is, okay.
It states, "We shall send those who reject our revelations to the hellfire. When their skins have been burned away, we shall replace them with new ones, so they may continue to feel the pain." This passage clearly suggests that we feel pain because of our skin.
Okay, now this is a lot more, this is a lot more interesting. Yeah, because, when you're burning, your pain receptors will be burnt away, and you literally could just put your freaking hand in fire and you won't feel anything. So okay, I'll take this one. Yeah, this one makes a lot more sense.
Number 6. Internal waves in the ocean.
Okay.
Oceanographers, while studying water bodies, discover that the belief that waves only occur in the ocean's surface is wrong. In reality, the waves are present internally, underneath the surface of the water, and are created when the lower part of the oceanic body faces an obstacle. This barrier creates a disturbance in the water body and leads to oscillation. The central religious text of Islam, which details several secrets and facts about the depths of the oceans, also talks about this phenomenon. One of the 9 scientific facts in the Quran talks about the internal waves of the ocean and says that it is covered by waves, above which are waves, above which are clouds.
Okay.
How could Prophet Muhammad have possibly known all this 1400 years ago, when scientists have only recently discovered this using advanced equipment and powerful microscopes, which did not exist at that time?
Okay.
The only answer is that the Quran is
okay. Now, this is, again, a lot more believable.
the Word of God Almighty.
Have you ever wished that there was a Muslim version of YouTube or Netflix?
This is a sponsor. Okay, so this is the end sponsor. Now, here's my take of it, right? So a lot of people who don't believe in God, they tend to say, well, why don't God go and reveal this? Why don't God reveal that? Why don't God reveal how the universe works? Right? Why don't God tell us how the universe is created? Oh, blah, blah, blah. So this is how I feel about that. It's quite simple. Why? Why would God need to reveal the universe to us? That's so unnecessary. Like, just think about it. It's literal common sense, dude. Right? Why are we on Earth? We are on Earth as a test. Okay, both the Bible and the Quran both can agree that we are on Earth as a test, right? Nobody can disagree with that. We are on Earth as a test after Lucifer tried to do his rebellion and he got defeated. Okay? So why would God tell us about freaking how the universe works? Like, that's completely unrelated to us being on Earth as a test, right? I mean, it really, truly, just think about it. Like, there is no reason for God to tell us all that extra stuff. It's just unnecessary. It's extra. Like, what the heck would we get from that? Absolutely nothing, right? It wouldn't change why we're here. It wouldn't help us get back into heaven, right? You know, it's like the problem with a lot of humans. Yes, humans are curious, but humans are entitled. Humans are so entitled. And at the end of the day, dude, we are just nothing but creation, okay? We are literally nothing but creation. If God really wanted to, he could literally just destroy all of us, and we would have absolutely no say. Seriously. The things that we already know, God literally chooses to reveal to us. So, it's like, dude. And there's reasons why God chooses to reveal these things to us, right? God doesn't just do anything just for, like, no reason, right? So, again, when these people ask, why isn't God explaining this? Why isn't God explaining that? Why? Just why would he need to do that? Anyways, look, man, you made it all the way to the end of the video. Make sure you go like and subscribe. If you like my reactions, of course, go and please give me suggestions, of course. I mean, go check out my other reactions on my channel. You know, I'm probably gonna be reacting to more of this miracles in the Quran thing. People have been wanting me to react to this. So if you know some good videos, because the other guy, he didn't really give me the video title. He just told me react to miracles in the Quran. And I was like, there's a bunch of videos. I was like, okay, I don't know which one. But anyways, yeah, man, make sure to like and subscribe. You know, I'm out. See ya.